Hey y'all, I am back. I am very excited to be back. Welcome back to my podcast. If you're a subscriber, somebody who's watched, my previous videos, welcome back. If you're somebody that's here for the first time, I welcome you. Thank you for checking me out. It's been a while since I uploaded my last episode. I guess let me just give a little life update. Uh, I didn't know what to really post. And I just been busy with work and, I'm getting married this year, so that's been taking a lot of my time. And I just been kind of struggling finding topics that I thought were worthy enough to post. Oh, sorry about that. And with 2023 here, I have a lot of plans that, I want to do, a lot of things I want to accomplish. It's just, I have a pretty jam-packed year. So I said, you know what, why don't I come back and just start it off with goals and the things that you want to do this year. So, 2023, like I said, I'm getting married, which is something I'm very excited about. Getting married to the woman I love that I've known for 6 years. It's going to be fun. I'm very excited to do that. It's going to be a lot of fun, party, and then, spend the rest of my life with her. Also, I want to, improve my health overall. Something I have been struggling to do the majority of my life, but I think I'm finally starting to get a grasp on it. And, we'll see what happens this year. Especially the wedding, that's really motivating me. I think the biggest thing I want to do is learn to have more fun. So I have a trip coming up, in Colombia. And I'm still excited, I'm going. Initially, I was very excited to go, right? My boy told me a couple months ago, I'm like, yeah, put me on the list. I'm down. I can't wait. Now, as the time is approaching, the wedding is approaching, and a lot of other things are approaching. I'm like, man, will I still be able to, make this trip? Can I still do it? And, my fiance was just telling me, like, look, find a way and do it. Because with my new role, my new job, I love it. I love it. And I just want to keep succeeding at it. And work was a big part of my thinking of like, maybe I won't go on this trip. Maybe I should just focus on doing my work, proving myself in my career, keep trying to, proceed on. But then, she was like, look, in life, you never know what can happen tomorrow. And I actually have a story about that for you guys. In life, you never know what can happen tomorrow. When is the next time, I recently turned 27 a few months ago. You're 27. Your 20s don't last forever, obviously. And while you have the time now, enjoy yourself. Plus, I will have the opportunity to go back to Colombia? I don't know. So after just doing some thinking, and I'm just like, I have to learn to loosen up. And that was one of my biggest things last year is I didn't know how to loosen up. I'm a very boring individual. After work, I am home. I'm reading my books. I live a very routine life. And I love it. It works for me. But I can see like how sometimes, people be like, hey, there's more than life than just, working and trying to do the things that I'm trying to accomplish, which people are right, because you never know what can happen tomorrow. You can end up having a heart attack and die. I've seen people who are healthy in their youth, and just end up having a critical health condition and moving on. A family friend. I don't know this person personally, but my family knows him, and he is the guy that basically who I'm talking about. He didn't have a lot of room for fun. He just thought about saving his money, working on the time, saving his money and working, saving money and working. And then until he reached a point where he has a lot of money and he wants to enjoy himself. But then out of nowhere, he gets brain cancer and then lost, functionality in his body. I think he has limited cognitive ability. And, when people talk about him, what came to me and people also were saying is like, man, you spend a lot of your life thinking about the future, saving up for the future. Now the future's here and you can't even enjoy it. You know, you had a lot of time in the past to do what you wanted to do. And you had a lot of, you had your youth, you had your health, and you didn't use it or create memories. So now, hopefully not, he could pull through and everything, but now you're fighting on and clinging for your life and hoping that you can enjoy the wealth that you accumulated over the years. So it's like, look, as of right now, I'm healthy. I'm young. I have the time. I believe in where I'm going in my career and in my life. I believe I will have a great future. And some things you just gotta just let go and let loose. So I think in America, I'm just speaking based on this country. And honestly, I have a Caribbean background. Mainly in my, Caribbean family, hard work is like a shield of honor. Not getting a lot of sleep is like something to be proud of. And just working hard. And I think it's something you should be proud of when you're working hard. Because the harder you work, the greatest chance of you achieving your goals increases. But if you're just dedicating your life to work, then you aren't living your life. And think about this though, people. We should really cherish and value life. It took a lot for us to get here. Some people, I think about it like when we're born, some babies don't even make it out, in time. They're, born dead. Or some people are born with limited functions. I recently know somebody who just lost their leg in a blink of an eye. One day, they're walking all fine, standing tall, and because of a freak accident, their life changed forever. Lost their leg. We have to cherish the things we have and cherish the life we have. And you won't be able to live that life if you just spent doing one thing and just working and working and working and not enjoying yourself. So this year, I'm dedicating this year for me to, let go a little more, enjoy myself, and just hang out with my friends and family a lot more. Not to say I didn't do that last year. I did have a good time with some of my friends and family. But I was just so focused on trying to get to the next level and get in the position I am in now that I neglected a lot of things. I almost ruined some relationships. My fiance and I, we had, some disagreements about how time should be spent in the past because, again, I was just focused on work, and improving myself. Which I have, and I'm proud to see the man that I am becoming today. But at the same time, I don't want to ruin all my relationships. I love my friends, love my family, especially love my fiance that I'm going to be marrying this year. I want to keep those relationships, which means hanging out every once in a while, checking up on them, seeing how everything's going. Hey, you want to go on a trip to Colombia? Sure, I'm there. I'm finding a way to go. And, you just got to let go. So that's one of the things I'm focusing on this year. I just can't wait. I have a jam-packed year, and I'm just hoping everything goes well. Wishing for great health, and, just hoping everything just goes well. Another big thing that I want to do this year is hold myself accountable. Now, I'm sure we all can relate. We all had a goal that we wanted to achieve, or we just set our minds to doing something. And after a while, you realize how hard it is. You realize that, dang, this is a lot tougher than I thought it would be. And then you don't hold yourself accountable and you find yourself going back in the same old ways. Now, that happened to me a lot, during my health journey. I would, lose a couple pounds, be good, and just seeing how long the journey is and how tough it is to stay in the same mindset. I wouldn't hold myself accountable, and I was just derail. Gain all the way back, and, back to square one again. And then I would get remotivated. Go down the path again. gain all the weight back, and back to square one again. But now this year, I'm tired of square one. And I don't even have to, I'm not even just talking about, my health, but just about, everything that I want to achieve. Let's get past square one and stay away from square one. Now, relapse or messing up during your journey is a part of the process. So like say for instance, if you're on a weight loss journey, it's unrealistic to say that you're not going to eat a burger every once in a while, right? You're going to do that. But you have to recover from that point to continue on pursuing your goal. So that is something that I'm really going to focus on this year. And I think that just starts with my mindset. Having a better mindset, focusing myself better, and just constantly remind myself of what I want to do and where I want to go. Like you can see the pictures in my background. This was a gift from my fiance. This is something I said I want to get for myself all the time. Just having a visual representation of the things that I want to achieve and what I want to do, it helps me. Right now I'm in my workspace. I'm in the area. I'm in an area that I maintain total focus and basically work. Now seeing these things, these pictures behind me as I'm approaching my desk, grind, execute, focus, it just reminds me of where I want to go, what I want to do, and who I want to be as a man, as a husband and a future father. And just having these things, I don't know, sometimes I might lose sight of my goals. I think I might lose confidence, suffer imposter syndrome. But, this morning, I woke up with some self-doubt about, what I'm doing in my current role. And I literally just walked in here. I saw those pictures, and it just kind of snapped me back into the mindset that I need to be in to achieve my goals. So I think having some sort of visual representation definitely helps with you achieving your goals. Because, look, we're all human. We're all going to be demotivated at some points, wake up on the wrong side of the bed, just may not feel like doing the things that we have to do. We all struggle. It is what it is. We're going to struggle. But you have to find something in yourself to keep pushing on. So discipline. You're not going to be motivated every day. I mean, I can attest to that. I'm definitely not motivated every day, because if I was motivated every single day, I'll be 200 pounds less, right? But you have to, on the days when you're not feeling motivated, you have to remind yourself of why you're doing this, and just do it when you don't feel like doing it. Some days I may not feel like going to the gym. I'm just going to go because I know what I want to achieve. Some days, I may not even feel like reading, but I'm like, you know what? I want to improve my knowledge. I want to learn more. So let me just carve up some time, sit down, and read this book. So having discipline and hold myself accountable is something that I'm going to be achieving this year. And just being more confident overall also. And that's something that I did achieve better last year was, building up my self-confidence, knowing what I can knowing what I can do. And I just want to continue on with that this year. So by 2024, my confidence level is a lot higher than where it's at now. And that's something I just always suffer with, my whole life. And I can't even tell you why. I don't know what it attributes to, but it's just, there were times where I just didn't know if I could do something. I was afraid of change because I was, afraid of the unknown, afraid of the future. I was afraid, what if I fail? But now I'm finding that I can do the things that I set my mind to. And even my confidence hasn't even wavered when I failed at certain things too. I think the biggest reason people don't pursue their goals is because they're afraid of failure. And then when they fail, that might ruin their confidence. But to be really confident is to fail and to get back up and do it all over again, or to try to accomplish a new goal. And that's something that happens to me, and I was proud of myself. Just like, all right, I didn't get it this time. Let me keep on going. Let me keep on pushing. All right, I may have messed up, but this is a lesson learned. Instead of looking as a failure, this is a lesson that I learned, and I know what not to do next time. So, yeah, guys, I think I have a lot more stuff that I want to produce, that I want to put out there. I have a whole list of topics in my phone that I'm just going to be recording this week. Especially, we have a 3-day weekend coming up, so I'm just going to be using that time to record because I do not want to stop this year. Last year, I don't know what got in the way. Maybe it's the confidence, self-doubt. I started to put out, some episodes, and then I stopped. And I think I can attribute it to self-doubt because putting yourself out there is hard for me. That is something that is hard and something I struggle with. I'm not a big social media guy. I don't really, write my thoughts on there. I'm a really private, introverted person. So putting myself out there is a lot for me, but this is something that I'm going to do. I like talking. I like talking about different topics. And, if anything that you would like to hear me talk about, just write down in the comments. I'll be more than happy, way more than happy to, share it. And honestly, I would love to have one of you guys that's a guest with me just to conversate. So, yeah, guys, I think that's it for now. Be on the lookout for more videos from me. And, yeah, thank you for your time.